Hello. I'm drinking my first Captain Lawrence hazy New England style IPA on camera right now. It's their Galactic Fog. So I think that they have brewed a single dry hop version of this, but this one's double dry hopped. But this is the only one that's been available. I guess I've had teeny little samples of the Captain Lawrence, some of the Captain Lawrence hazy IPAs, and they're pretty good, but this is the one that a lot of people have been saying is really, really nice, and I haven't tried their ones that are more highly rated, like Tears of Green. So this was canned, I think exactly 20 days ago, so less than 3 weeks old, pretty fresh, 8.5%, a double IPA, but double dry hopped, and from their website it looked like Galaxy is the only hop they use on this one, and they don't tell you really anything else about it, so might as well just drink it. And of course, anything single hopped with Galaxy that is double dry hopped kind of already has some help in making it into a good beer, but that looks very nice in the glass. It is not super murky opaque. There's a little bit of shadow of my finger there, but very nicely hazy, and a kind of orange golden. The head looks nice. This is very impressive looking just from the appearance so far. Ooh, it smells pretty nice too. There's a lot of ripe sugary tropical fruits coming out of this, which I don't often notice a lot from super Galaxy forward beers. I usually get more unripe pineapple and stuff like that, but this has kind of some candy-ish notes that are helping it. It smells like there's citra in there, but it might just be the interaction of Galaxy with their yeast probably. And it's not too green, but there's some nice ripe peachy notes to it. I can actually smell a little bit of some sweet malt character, honeyish, almost floral, but not quite spicy. And a teeny bit of some eucalyptus-y sort of thing if you do a real big inhale, which is what I usually get from Galaxy. But almost cotton candy things going on. I like that. I like it a lot. Much more spicy on the tongue, and I don't think it's gonna be too sweet, but more citrusy. I think the spiciness and the slight bitter quality brings out lots of lime and orange and lemon in a pretty pleasant way, and it finishes rather clean. There is a little bit of a sweet, malty, canned peaches type sweetness that I notice in the finish, and I don't notice that much booze. Mouthfeel isn't very full or necessarily thick or fluffy, but it's substantial. But it seems like there might be a little bit too much of the sweetness on the edges, because it's very low in terms of actual IBU measurable hop bitterness, I feel like. But just the massive dry hopping gives it a bite for sure. It's not too big on the chalkiness or the throat burn. I'm not tasting any weird chalky flavors, which is very good. It does have this kind of almost citric acid like quality to it. Almost makes you think it's like tart. And that fills in pretty well for the lack of bitterness. It does have some kind of texture on the tongue that dries it out. It's not super duper slick. And I'm not getting much throat burn. I'm noticing a little bit of heat down deep in the throat now from that ABV, which is 8.5. So pretty strong. I think it has a 4.1 rating on Untappd, which seems kind of low to me. Because it's a pretty nice Galaxy saturated hop juice bomb, as many people would say, with not a lot of flaws to my taste, except that it's not super duper soft and creamy or anything like that. But it's something that's, I think it might be a little better for a hotter day if you want your New England IPA, but you don't want to be drinking, you know, canned peaches or something to that effect. I'm getting more and more green notes, herbal qualities coming up, almost a Ricola type sweetness and mintiness with the Galaxy hop. I feel like that's its calling card, at least to my taste buds. There's no weird, super dank or oniony, garlicky type thing going on, which is helpful a lot. But it also doesn't finish with a weird toothpastey bitterness like I get from a lot of Night Shift's IPAs. But it does start to dry out on the palate after a while. Very citrus zesty, with just a little bit of like sweet malt and tropical fruits on the edges. But yeah, it's not knocking it out of the park, but it's a very, very well made beer. I'll probably, you know, keep trying Captain Lawrence's stuff. But it doesn't, it seems like it's not, I don't know what they could fix on this, just soften it up a little bit maybe. But it's really rather well made beer, and I'd give it probably about 4.1, what most people say, between 4 and 4.25. Now if I get a big inhale, I'm getting some definitely noticeable booze. Maybe there's a little bit too much of a booze bite. The thing is, I don't want it to be too sweet, because I feel like it's just the perfect amount of dryness. So I'm not sure exactly what you do to make this beer better, but it isn't mind-blowing. Probably I would recommend it, but you might have some other things in the stores that are a little bit better, but it hangs up there, excuse me, with some of those hazy hoppy 4-pack cans that are expensive at stores these days. So if you really love your Galaxy hops and double dry hop double IPAs, give it a go, as I would say. Yeah, nothing too wrong with this one at all. Goodbye.